Welcome to Quizzy Karting. We're on our way to Manchester to visit the Go Kart tracks in Manchester. Today I'm going to be visiting TeamSport Old Trafford, TeamSport Victoria and TeamKarting in Greater Manchester to see which is the best indoor track. So come and join me as I start off at TeamSport Old Trafford. So we're starting at TeamSport Trafford. It has a 450 metre track with 10 main corners and an up and over bridge. They use the Sodi RT8 200cc petrol carts and the standard 2 15-minute sessions, which cost anywhere between £33 to £45 depending on memberships and other various offers. So we're going to head out onto the track for a couple of laps to show you the track at TeamSport Trafford. So here we are crossing the start-finish line, taking the first corner under the bridge before we come round to a hairpin left. As we come round this next teardrop corner, we get to this really bright section, which is absolute blinding when the sun is low like that. Coming up towards the bridge, turning left, up and over. Getting a bit of traffic in front of us, 6 carts right here, but Quizzy makes a fantastic move as we go past 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 carts right there. So carrying on round, we'll let you watch the rest of this next lap in peace. So just a note on the safety lights at the track. As you can see, the red beacon is flashing there, but it is actually difficult to notice. Didn't notice until I saw the red beacon on the opposite side of the track. The yellow lights are yellow strobes dotted around the track, and there is no green light at Trafford. So maybe the safety lighting could be improved on this track. So, TeamSport Old Trafford complete. It's a pretty good track. I liked it. The carts are fairly good. The staff were really nice. So it's a thumbs up from me for TeamSport Old Trafford. We're going to head over to TeamSport Victoria to see how that compares. So we're here at TeamSport Victoria for our second track of the day. How's this going to compare to Old Trafford and TeamKarting? Well, we're about to find out as we're going to head out onto the track for our first session. So moving on to TeamSport Victoria. It has a 550 metre track with 7 main corners with an up and down section at one end of the track. They use the Biz EcoVolt electric cart and offer the TeamSport standard of 2 15-minute sessions, which again cost between £33 to £45 depending on memberships and other various offers. So we're going to head out once again onto the track for a couple of laps to show you the track at TeamSport Victoria. So starting you off with a couple of overtakes on this lap. Overtaking one driver round this hairpin bend and the next hairpin, and overtaking this driver on this double apex as we head into the start-finish straight. Going up the ramp in a moment onto this teardrop corner, the best corner of the track in my opinion. Down the ramp and round this left hairpin. Coming back down to a double apex left where we get a marshal with a fantastic sign.
We got the nice move board!
Yep, so a nice move board for the first time ever at TeamSport. Come round to the final couple of corners and heading back into that start finish straight. We'll leave you to it to watch the final moments of this lap. So that's TeamSport Victoria completed. We're going to be heading off to TeamKarting for our next one. Track was pretty good, karts were really nice, and the staff were absolutely fantastic. So we're going to move on. So we're here at TeamKarting Greater Manchester. We're going to be heading on inside, getting on the track, and finding out which track is best in Manchester. Let's go on the track. So moving on to TeamKarting Greater Manchester. They have a fully tarmac track, so no sliding around on this one. They use the 200cc TB karts. They run a 20-minute session or multiples thereof, and the prices range from £20 to £40 at TeamKarting. So let's head out onto the track. So across the start finish line and around the first hairpin left. Coming around this double apex right onto the narrowest part of the section. Painted white lines meaning you cannot overtake. Coming into the longest straight on the track and to this left hairpin turn. Then onto that right hairpin turn once more. Coming around to this 90-degree right corner and to the best corner of the track in my opinion. Completing the lap of the start finish line. Now getting into traffic, and this is where this track can become a problem, because once you catch up with some traffic with the narrow track lines, it can be difficult to overtake on this track, as you'll be able to see from here to the end of this track video. So that's it for here at TeamKarting. We're now going to go and compare all three Manchester tracks to see which one is best. So head over to VoiceOver Quizzy. So we're going to compare our three Manchester tracks based on 6 different criteria. We're going to be scoring each category out of 10 with the track, karts and racing, giving us a total purely for the karting side of each track. We'll then compare the other experiences at each track from the facilities, staff and of course price to give us an overall winner. So we're going to be starting with the track at TeamSport Trafford. So I'm ranking the TeamSport Trafford a 10 out of 10. It was a good track, plenty of overtaking opportunities with a nice mix of straight and corners, so a very good track. Moving on to TeamSport Victoria, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. There just wasn't enough corners on the track, some nice straights, but it was still pretty exciting to race on. And finally, TeamKarting. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 as well. Again, a fun track to drive, but it was just a bit narrow, making overtaking quite difficult. But I still enjoyed it. Moving on to the karts. So, TeamSport Trafford, I'm giving a 9 out of 10. They were nice karts to drive, fairly powerful and good cornering. So, a 9 out of 10 for TeamSport Trafford. Moving on to TeamSport Victoria, I'm giving them a 10 out of 10. These were some of the best Biz electric karts I've ever driven. They were comfortable, they accelerated well, they cornered well. So, I'm giving the TeamSport Victoria a 10 out of 10 for the karts. Moving on to TeamKarting, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. The karts were nice and fast, braking was a little bit slow, but the karts seemed to be more for an outdoor track than an indoor track. So an 8 out of 10 for the karts at TeamKarting. And finally, the racing experience at TeamSport Trafford. I'm going to be giving this a 10 out of 10. It was a fairly busy session, but with a mix of overtaking and the corners with the straights, it was an exciting and fun session. So overall, TeamSport Trafford scoring 29 out of 30 on the karting side of this comparison. Moving on to TeamSport Victoria, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 for the racing experience. It was good to race against other people, but once we've overtaken them all, it got a little bit boring on the session. So giving TeamSport Victoria 27 out of 30 for the respectable karting comparison. So moving on to TeamKarting, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. The track was great and it was exhilarating when I had clean air, but when I got caught up in traffic it was a bit difficult to overtake. So a 9 out of 10 on the racing experience, giving TeamKarting a 26 out of 30 for a comparison of the 3 Manchester tracks. So our winner for the karting side was TeamSport Trafford. Second place TeamSport Victoria and third place TeamKarting. Although I would still go to all 3 tracks, as all 3 tracks was a good experience. We're going to move on to our overall comparison with the facilities, staff and price. So starting with TeamSport Trafford. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 for the facilities. Of course it has the bar plus a few arcade games as well, so very good facilities as usual for a TeamSport location. Moving on to TeamSport Victoria, again another 9 out of 10. The same facilities at TeamSport Trafford, so can't complain there. And finally TeamKarting, I'm giving that a 10 out of 10. It's got the sim racing at TeamKarting as well, and of course it's got the food and drink just like TeamSport. So TeamKarting taking the facilities by 1 point. Moving on to the staff, I'm giving TeamSport Trafford an 8 out of 10. The receptionist was lovely and friendly, but the pit staff didn't feel like they were really that approachable. So an 8 out of 10 for TeamSport Trafford. Moving on to TeamSport Victoria, I'm giving them a 10 out of 10. All the staff were lovely and friendly and very approachable. So great staff at TeamSport Victoria. And finally, TeamKarting. I'm also giving them a 10 out of 10. Fantastic staff and even got a track walk from the staff. So fantastic staff at TeamKarting as well. And moving on to the price. I'm giving TeamSport Trafford a 9 out of 10. Anywhere from £33 to £45, depending on membership and special offers. So overall, TeamSport Trafford scoring a respectable 55 out of 60 in Quizzy's comparison. Moving on to TeamSport Victoria. Again, I'm giving the price a 9 out of 10. Anywhere from £33 to £44, depending on membership and special offers. Overall, giving TeamSport Victoria 55 out of 60 as well for the overall experience. And moving on to TeamKarting, I'm giving them a 10 out of 10 for price, anywhere from £20 to £40. And with extra special offers, you can get 2 sessions, so 40 minutes of karting for just £40. So overall, great value for money at TeamKarting. Giving TeamKarting a 56 out of 60 overall on our comparison for the Manchester tracks. So the winner overall is TeamKarting. The winner on the karting side is TeamSport Trafford. So that brings an end to the comparison video for Manchester. TeamKarting is the overall winner. I enjoyed all 3 tracks, so why not pop down to any one of TeamSport Victoria, TeamSport Old Trafford or TeamKarting. Get yourselves on the track, go and experience the tracks for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next Quizzy video. Quizzy out.